Hey dear, I don't know who you are, but we are here today getting some sun and some snow. Hear me out. You've waited too long. In fact, I want to make it about you, but I really got to be honest with myself because see, what happens a lot of times is I'll talk about other people and then I never tell my testimony, my story. And I know that me sharing my story can save somebody's life. And by me not sharing my story, I'm delaying my growth. I'm delaying my blessings. I guess being fully transparent, like where do we begin, right? Like where do you start with telling your story? Where exactly does that begin? The thing I most often talk about is being 16 years old, starting college. I feel like that might be a crutch that I lean on too much. But I know that a lot of the challenges that I face in life today stem from that moment, right? Stem from that reality. And I'm grateful for it, but I feel this stunted growth in my life. And it is probably rooted in my own stubbornness. It is probably rooted in my own ways, my habits and the things that I have not healed from, trauma included. Like let's be real, trauma is a real thing and it affects us in a very real way. While we cannot sit and dwell on it, it is something that is a reality and it must be acknowledged. Okay, so we all live with trauma. Okay, great. I have to be honest about mishandling money. So in theory, I know how to manage money. In practice, I can be way better. Like I don't do the research necessary to study how to make money grow, how to put it somewhere and not touch it. Like I'll build it up, but then I end up having to touch it because I'm not maintaining or implementing systems that continue to make the money work for me. I don't like working a 9 to 5, and if I'm being 1,000% honest, I'm waiting for YouTube to pop off. I'm waiting. As Dodash says, you gotta create it. Like you gotta literally create the wave. You have to create the wave. It's not gonna just come to you. You have to be on the grind. You have to be constantly working. You have to be constantly putting in that work. So I say that to say that I feel like I keep starting over. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's okay to start a new channel. Like I keep trying to nurture this thing that's, I'm not saying it's dying, but there's a part of me that may not ever be able to fully open up the way that I wish to because there are too many eyes on that channel. So I have to start over. I have to start fresh. I have to start somewhere where I'm not known, where I know that people, like if I come up in their feed and I've already popped off, great. But I don't want to be thinking about who might see it that I might know when I post a video. So skip it. I'm starting over. Somebody said you got to start over. Don't make the mistake of telling people about your YouTube channel. So here we are trying again. Okay, this channel dedicated to telling my testimony, to being honest, to giving behind the scenes of my reality, my truth, my faith, my fears, my faith, including some. I can't talk about it right now, but in February I'll talk about it. How I feel like I failed in this one adventure, this one calling. I'm on a journey. I'll talk about that in February too. Wow, I can't talk about that yet. And it's only a few days, so it's fine. I am over 30 and I don't have a car. I feel some kind of way about that. I feel like I did get my license last year, but I don't feel like I did the work necessary was required in order to actually have a vehicle. I don't know what's coming up next, and I know that if I sit down and be disciplined and do what the work that's required, what God is telling me to do, and be obedient, then I can actually achieve the abundance that I'm seeking. And I'll be honest, I don't want to work for anybody. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm blessed. I'm struggling with this. So here we go. Let me be honest about this. I'm struggling because I don't want to work for anybody. And at the same time, I must be grateful for an opportunity to work for somebody, right? Because me working for myself has not been suiting me well. I did not practice the best business practices. They say don't mix business with pleasure. That is real. Y'all listen to that. If somebody has any thoughts about that, say, you talking to me. Yo, drop that in the comments. You talking to me. Don't mix business and pleasure. If you have experienced that, let me know. Let me know I'm not alone. A lot of times I'm realizing too that we are not alone. There's a lot that it may feel treacherous and overwhelming to us. And then we realize or learn like, oh my gosh, there are so many people who deal with this. This is nothing new. What the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. Well, here we are. I have had ideas in my mind and I haven't pursued them because I have felt unworthy. I dated this man. This is real. Hear me out. I dated this man. If you want to call it that. He crushed my soul. Okay? He destroyed my soul. I don't know if he is the spawn of Satan. I don't know if God sent him. I mean, they say that there are two reasons why the devil might show up in your life, or that God will allow something to happen to you, to happen in your life. It's either to bring you closer to him, or when it happens, it'll either bring you closer to him or push you further away. It definitely brought me closer to him. I'm seeking him in a way that I've never sought before. I mean, I felt everything in my life being stripped away from me in a way that nobody knows about, especially family. Like nobody knows about the things that are actually being stripped from my life. And my cadence has changed. Like my needs have changed. Me speaking up and asking people for help or asking questions and support in a way that I haven't before. Or the opposite of me not talking. And I know people can relate to that. There are times that I'm not talking. I'm not asking for help. If you can relate to that, drop that down. Like I hear you. So my two defaults are to avoid. My other default is to talk too much. In fact, I think I'm more of the latter lately. Because I'm just seeking so hard that I just, there's so much I don't know and don't understand. And then there's a part of me that there are two narratives. Like one narrative says, don't talk to people about your problems. Don't ask your family for support or help, whatever. And you just figure it out, be an adult. But then there's another narrative that says, your parents and your people, they're here to help you and support you. So you need to lean on them. You need to some people don't have that. So lean on them while you have it. My other thing, though, is I don't want to stress people out to the point where they're worried about me and then now it affects them. Now, it's not my job to care for other people or be concerned about how I can't control how someone responds to something. But at the same time, there's so much that I feel God is leading me through and I'm processing that I need that space. Speaking of which, I'm going to call this therapy office because they were supposed to call me a long time ago. So I'm going to call them today. Today's Tuesday. They're open longer on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Great. I'm going to call them and make sure that they get me settled into an appointment because I need a therapist. Medical care is a real thing. Also, if you're making too much money, you need to be mindful of taxes. Like, I have to be real. That's something I'm concerned about. I mean, here I am putting my information out on the internet, but let's be real. They know everything about you anyway. So there is nothing to fear because whatever it is, everybody already knows. So just shut up and keep moving. That's tough love, but it's also real. I want to sing around the world, right? I want to sing and tell stories and do interviews around the world. That's my passion. That's my dream. I stepped away from that dream because I didn't feel that it was working, or I wasn't sure that I was doing it with the right group of people, or I wasn't seeing success. Basically, I didn't have a mentor, okay? And maybe it's okay to not have a mentor, but I feel like I need one, or I needed one. And I didn't. So now I'm working for someone, and I'm grateful for that. But there's this part of you, when God places a vision inside of you, there's a part of you that will only be satisfied when it happens the way that you see it in your mind, even though if you don't know the how. So while I don't know the how, I feel that I'm supposed to be where I am right now. Either that or I made the wrong choice. It's either of those. So we're just going to play this out. We're going to live life and we're going to process together, because I feel that the channels that I've been learning the most from are from people who are processing, out loud and sharing in real time. So maybe it's an oversharing thing, but let me tell you something. These channels have helped me beyond words. They have healed me. I mostly follow Black women. So if their stories can help me, who am I to not think or know if my story can help them? So I want to help people. I want to help people, and I want my life to be worth something. Not that it's not worth something if I don't share, but I feel that it is important for me to share. And I wish that I could close off everything. Like, there's a part of me, I don't want to do speaking engagements. I don't want to talk places that aren't paying me a certain amount of money. But I feel that God is still like, well, even though you feel broken, I still need to use you to do these things. So I need you to be in these places because I'm rising you up, or I need your voice. I need this. So I can't fully shut down. If you are in that space too, and you you really want to shut down, just know that don't shut down, dear. Like, you do need to take that time, and isolation is the easiest thing to do when you're broken or healing, but do not fully isolate. Get yourself out there, keep going. Also, apparently you can donate plasma to make money. So you can make up to $800 a month. I'm going to start looking into that and see what comes of it. I don't know, but that is something that I technically have control over, and it actually helps people and saves lives, which there's a part of me that's mixed emotions about it, but you know, being in the financial situation I'm in, I don't really have much of a choice to have an opinion. So listen, we're on a faith walk right now. I don't know what this means or what it looks like, but you know what? We're jumping in 1,000%. We're going all in. No more halvesies. No more halvesies, yo. We're all in. Okay? I'm here with you. Thank you for being here with me. And know that I love all 100,000 of you. I'm just speaking that into existence. And let's grow together. Let's learn together. Let's develop together. And I love you. Just know I love you, okay? You can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it. Stay alive. Stay encouraged. Put one foot in front of the other and keep moving. Narrow down your focus and get your priorities in order, okay? All right. I love you. I'm going to go. I think this person is about to go swimming. That's crazy. But, okay. Anyway, I love you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.